Danny Flex here for Seconds Out with Eddie Hearn. We're going to jump right in as we know you're limited for time.
Building.
Yeah, the building's limited for time. I do apologise. Hate this building. No, I'm joking. Dillian Whyte turned down 3 separate offers to face Anthony Joshua in April. Can you tell us roughly what the financial offer was of the biggest offer that he turned down?
Not really. I mean, there's a few things reported, and what was reported was the second offer, I think. So look, it's difficult for me because he's my client, and I respect his position and his decision. I felt like, particularly the final offer was a good offer, but Dillian's got that belief that he is on the same level as Wilder and Fury, and he's putting himself continuously up there, so he's backing himself to keep going, and it was never going to be easy because they don't particularly like each other. I represent both of them. But it was a substantial offer.
Put a different way, will he earn more from headlining his own Sky box office show instead?
No, nowhere near. I mean, probably a third of the money.
So is this Whyte thinking then of the long game, and that he keeps...
Yeah, and part of me says, wow, you really back yourself, and I respect that, in that if he keeps winning, if he keeps fighting people that he's been fighting, if he goes in next with Brazil or Ortiz or Povetkin, his value will keep increasing. And that's what he's believing in. He's in a good spot. He's got a box office date on April 20th. He's the number 4 heavyweight right now in terms of ability, in terms of commercial value. So he's backing himself. I've not really seen it before, but like I said, you have to respect it, and we'll see what's next on his agenda.
Have you got a preference for his next opponent? Adam Smith earlier said he'd like to see Povetkin.
I think the Povetkin fight is an incredible fight. I mean, I think from a career point of view, the Brazil fight would be good for him because it would put him in a position to be WBC mandatory. But at the same time, those guys could rematch again. They could have a third fight. One could fight Joshua. So Povetkin, for me, is a fight that can be made quite quickly. Whether Brazil wants to take that risk when he's already mandatory, I'm not sure. But it's up to Dillian. He could, if he wants to fight any of those guys. I think Povetkin and Ortiz are available now, and we'll see if Brazil wants to fight. So, all dangerous fights.
Just before I let you go, just wanted to ask about the Josh Warrington, Kid Galahad purse bids. Seems a few kind of knee-jerk reactions on Twitter saying, Matchroom have lost the purse bids and stuff. But is it a reflection of the priority Frank Warren and BT place in Josh Warrington compared to where Kid Galahad is, all due respect to him, but in the pecking order of other fighters on the Sky and Matchroom side?
No, it's more about the revenue that you can receive for the bout. I made an offer based on the fight going on Saturday night, fight night. I probably would have lost about 200 or 300 grand on that offer, but quite fancied doing the fight. And more importantly, I wanted to make sure that Kid Galahad got a monster deal. Presumably, they're looking to place it on pay-per-view. It's not a pay-per-view fight, but if I was putting it on Sky pay-per-view, I could have bid double. But I can't put it on Sky pay-per-view. So we lost by a couple of 100,000. Kid Galahad got about 30% more than he was offered. So he's absolutely happy as Larry.
Did the percentage thing get resolved?
35%, yeah. I think that's even ongoing. I mean, they're still disputing it, but that's the new rule with the IBF. And, Kid Galahad makes $680,000 and a shot at the world title.
Brilliant. Well, Eddie Hearn, we thank you for your time. And obviously the show we're here for is the one on the 23rd of March. We wish you the very best of luck with that.